for the sake of time. The second discovery is yourself. The second discovery is yourself. Now that you have discovered God, you can discover yourself. If you do not know who you are, Sinach taught us in her song that if you don't know who you are, there are many things you will not be able to walk in. You cannot walk in power, you cannot walk in miracles, you cannot live a life of favor. Why? You don't know who you are. The nation of Israel forgot their identity, that they were a covenant people, and when they were sent to go and spy the land, they came back with an evil report. They said we were like grasshoppers. God didn't say it, Satan didn't say it, they said it to themselves. It's not like Satan said, repeat after me, you are grasshoppers, we are grasshoppers. No, by themselves they call themselves grasshoppers. I'm walking in power, walking in miracles, I live a life of favor. I know I'm walking in power, I live a life of favor. Very important. You must know who you are. We teach in our school of ministry, and there is a course where we teach the students who you are, you know, and I teach them in that course that there is something called identity crisis. Let's borrow 2 minutes of their lecture. There is something called identity crisis. You know what identity crisis is? Identity crisis is the resultant effect of not comprehending your worth. The moment you do not know who you are, the devil and men and this bedeviled world will paint a picture that you are not. There are many people today who are under needless pressure trying to be who and what they are not. It's not in the blueprint of their destiny. Because I taught you here, remember, I don't know what discussion we're having when I taught you that psychologically speaking, there are certain indices that measure fulfillment. Is that true? Yes. One of it is security, another is variety, one of it is growth, another is love and acceptance. There is a craving in the human nature for love and acceptance, and chances are that if you have not stayed with the word, are we together now? Yes. Like Bishop David Oyedepo will say, to find out your picture from scripture, to be able to find out this is what God has said concerning me, this is who I am, based on what scripture said, not based on what your mind has said, not based on what your background has said. Was it not Paul that said there is as it were many voices and that none of them is without effect? Your background has a voice. Remember who you are, failures all through, and you hear that voice. Then unfortunately, and I know and I pray that it's changing, thank God for Christian schools, but if you are not fortunate to go to a school that calls upon the name of the Lord, now you hear another voice added to that negativity by teachers and all of that. They look at you and say you are dull, you are almost demonic, I don't know how you got here, I don't even know where you are going. And I can tell you, because you respect them, you will believe it. And then, with every sense of respect and apology, parents have a major role in destroying the self-worth of children. By the time you begin to minister words, curses and words that are not consistent with scripture, by the time an average child is 10-12 years, subliminally he has already received all kinds of suggestions about who he is. So now that they think they are weak, the devil will now begin to market templates that can make you belong. That's why